And what's up again, Boiler fans? How y'all doing this evening? We get that paused up, hopefully in time. Ah, good, just got that done. Wow, almost flat out clicked that incorrectly. I'm off to a great start here. So we're in our third race of the evening. Again, we're in week number 9 right now, our second night of the week. And as you can see, we're going to have yet another really good matchup here. So on call together, let me get you a link into both of their channels. Oh my god. What the hell, Rob, is that? Oh lord. Oh god, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight now. There's a link to get into both of their channels. Oh god, the nightmares. Oh lord. What has happened in my life? What the unholy... Here it comes, Vendryth. Oh lord. I'm waiting for this. Yeah, what the... Oh god, the perfect reaction by Vendryth. What the unholy fuck? Oh my god. Okay, I'm a little bit better now, I swear. Alright, so welcome in, everybody. So Vendryth's gonna get himself back in his corner over there. Get in your corner, sir. No. Anyways, oh, just slightly off there. Oh lord, that leg. Sexy, sexy leg. You're slightly off on that thing. There you go. No, go back to the leg, Rob. Go back to the leg. Anybody else want the knee again? Raise your hand. No, anyways, but okay, back to what we were doing here. Welcome into Binding of Isaac Racing. I swear that's what we're gonna do here. Anyways, no, we got Vendryth on the left-hand side, your San Diego Chargers representative. We got RobSnowlock on the right-hand side, your Washington Redskins rep. And again, these two will both be racing with the same save file, both using Isaac. We're gonna race down through the womb too, so the first to kill off Mom's Heart is gonna get a point added to the bottom of the screen where you see those zeros. Excuse me, and again, a best 2 out of 3 means that you have to get 2. We're gonna reset both racers after one beats Mom's Heart, and we'll start from scratch all over again. Real quick, there's 7 items that neither can pick up, and the only 7 that the D6 can be used against. Otherwise, that is outlawed too. But there you see the list. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, and the Toothpicks, which are a rare case. You can take them if you want them, but nobody has yet this season. We'll get to those if we see them. We'll get to reasons why for every item should we see them on that note. But again, these two are on a call together. There is a timer hanging out on the screen, by the way, so, there you go. I was gonna say, he'll move that over to the side. So Rob's gonna run a timer, so we'll see what the finishing time is on these races, too. But again, excuse me real quick. Anyways, when these two are good to go, they'll be doing their own countdown because they're on a call together. Let me get you the split link one more time. You just saw it in chat, actually. Gamma Baby to it. Thank you very much. That'll get you into both Vendryth and Rob's channel side by side. So go and wish them both good luck. Root on your favorite team or favorite caster. And again, good luck to you both. They're off and running, so best of luck to both of you guys. And let's see, reset on the left side. We're going to have Rob, no pun intended, running along with a little bit of speed up with his belt there. So increased speed for Rob, and Vendryth with a quick reset here. Going to try to find something a little bit better. Oh god, Ducat found more cat gifts. Alright, where is that item room going to be? Vend will be back for that bomb, most likely. Yes, he did see it, and yes, in a race situation, most likely you're going to go back for stuff like a bomb in that case. Bombs are very, very useful. But again, he'll be back like, well, maybe just, we'll go back now. I was going to say, if he has to get backtrack through that room, he may be back on his way through. But I guess good reasoning for getting it now is that he had nothing else to do over there, so fair enough, he'll be moving on over to the right. There's that boss fight for Rob, boss fight and item room for Vendryth. Hey, that's a reset. Yeah, that's a D20. Normally in a, hey, I want to break the game and get the best items humanly possible run, D20 is awesome. But again, not right now, and especially not if there's no arcade on the floor, not a real good time for it, honestly. So Vend will leave that behind. Again, gonna reset, look for something a little bit better to start off with. But again, Rob ripping on through the Duke here, and just about done with this fight. Just a couple extra adds. He does have an Eternal Heart sitting on the screen, so that'll wind up being a full heart container increase on his way down to the next floor. First things first, though, one more fly to kill, and one more health up to grab in the meantime. on into a library there. Ven going to grab the Book of BOILeR, so he has at least time and a half damage multiplier, if nothing else. And Rob immediately finding that second boss fight. He'll probably find his item room first, but we'll see what he chooses to do. Give him no key, though, so we'll have to see. Guardian Angel, so good way to start for Ven. He's got a nice little defensive build. So double speed orbital floating around will block shots incoming on him, again, if it's in the way, so not all the time, but at double speed, it's going to cover a lot of ground pretty quickly for him. Up in a race situation, picking up an item and using it is going to waste, not waste, but it's going to use up about 5 seconds for you, so believe me, 5 seconds has more than made or broke a few races so far. And at this point, Vendryth being behind doesn't even want to worry about it. So he'll grab his health up. So he teleported with the Hermit card for Rob into his store. Gonna get right out of the room he was in. Didn't really help out too much getting out of the way. But again, both on the same floor right now. Again, both looking for item room here. Are you trying to find that squirrel image? Oh my god, that had to be SNL. Ah, there we go. I was going to say, and he found it already. So Lover's Card going to spawn 2 red hearts there for Rob. He's holding on to the Chariot card, which is a one-time use of the Unicorn Horn. So 7 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing capability for Rob. And there's that item room. Still no key for Rob, though. So we're going to see if he doesn't happen to get lucky here with a spawn at the end of this room. Otherwise, he may go gamble. Yep, there we go. He just realized that he had no keys. Will he gamble or just move on? He's going to say no and just move right on along here. So no item on the second floor unless we happen across a key in the boss fight for Rob. Again, speaking of that, we've got boss fight as well for Vendryth right here. So there's the last time, the Duke of Flies for Vendryth. And we got Monster on the right side for Rob. So again, no famine. Aw. My voice gets a rest for a race. Yes! Who would have thought? I will drink lemonade to that. Well, the bot's actually going to wait on that one. Anyways, we got Pageant Boy, so let's see all those no crowns. Whoops, there we go. Thank you, whoever got that. Ooh, on into a Devil Deal for Vendryth, and he's picking up the mark, so damage up and movement speed increase for him, along with one, or I'm sorry, no movement speed increase, 1 Soul Heart. I keep saying speed instead of Soul Heart for some stupid reason. On down to his caves, and he's going to get an XL floor. Both are actually going to get Curse of the Labyrinth XL floors. So that means that both of these are going to or both of these racers, rather, are going to have both of their caves floors combined together into one. You can see on Rob's map right now, he's got 2 item rooms. He's got the, well, you can't see the second boss fight yet, but it is in that other room to the top of the 1 marked boss room right now is his second boss room. So kind of a odd double advantage slash, well, it's more advantage Rob. He knows exactly where he's going on this floor. So I guess you can call that a more advantage for Rob at this point, who, by the way, picked up the Magic 8-Ball, another mismarked item that gives you shot speed increase. We talked a lot about that with the toothpicks, actually. The reason we banned the toothpicks, or put them on the ban list, is because all they do is give you shot speed increase, same as that Magic 8-Ball. Now, mind you, Rob also got to see his map off of it, but moot point. It does give you a card or a pill at the same point, so it does work out nice. And let's see, that bomb and a couple of cents back there for Rob. He is going to go... Ooh, is he going to give up on that 1 item room? I think he is. So he had already cleared the 1 room, but he's going to give up on clearing the 4 remaining that he would have needed to go to. And he's going to make his way on down to this 1 other item room, and then his 2 boss fights, it seems. Again, already having found 1 item room, just needs the key to get into it. Vendryth looking for that key, a second key for that matter as well, and then his 2 boss fights. But he's got the randomness factor of not knowing where to go, as opposed to Rob, who is looking at his map right now. Cat o' Nine Tails isn't bad, because then he could start actually re-rolling boss room items. And that gives you a whole different, what am I trying to say, a whole different item pool to start rolling through. And it's basically just going to wind up turning into health up at that point. Alright, Star's card is they teleport into one of those 2 item rooms, and it goes to the one that Vendryth already knew about, which is a portable slot machine in this case. So you can see on the move you can actually gamble whenever you want to. Vendryth will spend just a little bit of time trying to get anything good out of this. And still no key spawns for Rob, so you can see why he went the way that he did. He's going to try to clear 1 extra room trying to get himself a key before he goes on to that boss fight. He really doesn't want to have to skip these 2 item rooms, but if he has to, he will. There's a key, so Rob's going to be able to backtrack, so that worked out very well for him. Finally getting that key to get into one of the 2 item rooms here. And again, he's too far away from the other one and no key to get into it, so he's going to bypass it for now at least. Oh, Vendryth down. Ouch. That huge shot taking Vendryth out, and Rob's got himself an advantage at the moment. Ooh, XL floor, Vendel reset. We got Harlequin Baby for Rob, which is going to fire out a V pattern tier behind him. So pretty good follower there. And on into the first of 2 boss fights, we're going to get Gertie on the right side. Speaking of boss fights, Vendryth has found his. He's going to go look for an item room before he bothers, though. That's a lot of time to spend killing off a boss fight if you don't happen to get a good item. So first things first, let's find that item room. You don't get to reroll boss items off of the portable slot machine. All that does is reroll the boss and give you more items. So if they want to waste time killing off a boss for a second time in a race situation, feel free, but I don't call that the smartest move ever. Let's put it this way. At one point, Awaken Smoke put up a GIF for about 30 seconds and lost the race by a good 5 seconds because of it. So that should probably tell you everything. I don't see people killing off bosses extra times for like 1 extra health up. It's not worth it by comparison to the time you're spending. And not one person's done it yet. There's been plenty of opportunity. Alright, so we got Chad on the right side here for Rob, which means for his second boss, he's going to wind up with Little Chad as a reward. Another follower that every couple rooms he clears out is going to spawn half a heart for him. Red heart, might I add. Bunny Stampede. Oh god, that Black Widow is being a troll this week. I know a few people that are going to be able to recognize how much of a troll that boss fight can be. So with all those fly spawns, with all those spider spawns, I should say, Vendryth down again and back to start. Excuse me. What's up, Drondo? And yes, that's my cat ripping apart a cardboard box in the background that you can hear. Spaz is awoken. His Meowdesty awakens and wants sharper claws. Oh god. It's not surprising. Passes on Cat o' Nine Tails are not really shocking. Like, nobody likes that shot speed increase. Unless you have a few specific items. Like, if you have Sacred Heart, you almost want that shot speed up. So there's a little Chad like I was talking about. Every couple of rooms, Rob will see a few extra hearts. Actually, you may consider this. What are we gonna look for? Alright, Horror Babylon on a curse room, so not a horrible start, no pun intended, for Vendryth. Okay, there was pun intended. He's also got Ouija board, which is Spectral Tears, so should Vendryth get down to just half a red heart or anything less than that, should he get, let's say, Guppy's Paw, or the Ankh and come back to life as the Blue Baby, he would be the Horror Babylon, increases damage output for the room that he's in. Also, the size would increase quite considerably on him. This is kind of a Troll and Larry Jr. room right here. Thankfully, Vendryth took out most of all the first one, actually, with 1 bomb there, so he has to stay away from those poop with flies on him. That's kind of trolling right now. What's up, Jim? Alright, a little bit of health up. Another world card here for Rob, so he's going to get another full floor map reveal. Very nice finds, and there he's back over towards that other item room. He's still looking for a second key at this point. He knows that he has a little bit of a time advantage, so he's going to clear some rooms hoping for a key here. So far, no such luck, but at least he's getting a full heal out of it, if nothing else. Going down to the depths at low health would have been a complete scare, so Rob's getting a lot of health back here. Haku. Is that a spam bot? Alright, great dodging on Rob's side there. Still just looking for that key. Anything would be nice. Now watch him get one out of the champion mob that he won't be able to get to. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, it's not a key. Nor are any of those things, but a full heal for Rob at this point. So better than nothing. Will that be enough, or will he keep looking? He knows he's got an arcade to work towards as well if he wants to. Alright, on into that secret room. How about a 1-up? So another good way to replenish your red hearts. If Rob were to die, he would come back to life with those 5 red hearts completely replenished. And just outside the room he went in. It would reset the room he died in, but again, you deal. And he's heading back over towards the boss fight that he's already been to, so it looks like Rob is going to move on along. And we got, for the first time, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Everybody say, to Champion Famine. You bastard, you're going to screw up my voice. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't hurt my voice that bad anymore. I've gotten pretty used to being able to do that. Alright, now Rob's taking that cat on 9 tails, so again, 16% shot speed increase. There you see Vendryth taking enough damage is down to being the Whore of Babylon, and now huge size and damage increase. Alright, so speaking of item rooms, Rob once again coming across one with no key, so he's going to have to get through and find one somewhere on his Steps 1 floor. But again, now just 2 floors behind, Vendryth has got up to the Caves 1. Both have expansion versions of the floors at the moment that they're on. Alright, more heals. How about a key? We're looking for a key. Any type of key will do. And how about a couple extra items to compensate for the fact that Rob didn't ever get a key and couldn't get into his last one, or one of his last 2, I should say. Anyways, we got Burnt Penny on the left side for Vendryth. That is going to give him a chance every time he picks up coins that you will see a bomb spawn. Alright, so Rob right on over, immediately finding his boss fight. You want to talk about an inner compass. And here we see again, Rob going to kill off a few extra rooms, hopefully just the one, looking for a key to spawn. He wants into an item room pretty bad. Speaking of which, Vendryth has found his. Again, with splitting spiders, we've seen these be utter trolls this evening. So far, pretty good, clearing these out pretty well, staying on the opposite side where they can't actually get to him, though. I love that combination, Johnny. That combo is so perfect. Alright, bad gas pill, basically like you saw was a one-time use of the bean, would fart all around. Ooh, choices. Alright, Yum Heart it is, so Vendryth gonna heal up for 1 full heart. You see, is now out of Whore of Babylon status, and his damage drops back down slightly. Excuse me. Oh boy. So, speaking of Vendryth trying to make a little bit of a comeback, how about some extra time on Rob's side as he's gonna fight the Mask of Infamy? Probably one of the 2 worst bosses in this game. I have the most trouble with it when it gets down to just the mask, because you'll see it, you have to hit the mask either from the side or directly behind it, and it's a pain. Rob's going to be very happy, though, that he did take that shot speed increase. That is actually a huge help against just this boss. As weird as that is, it does help out against the Mask of Infamy, because it does move very fast, and your shots now move faster, can keep up with him, and actually have a much better chance of hitting him. Worst boss, probably the green bloat, depending on how you take care of him. Like, you can get away with the green bloat without taking damage anymore. We know a pretty good method to it, but even so, I don't like that boss. I really do not like that boss. Mask is definitely up there, though. No question. Man, all of our links broke today. What the hell's up with this? Alright, so Squeezy for Vendryth as he finishes off Gertie Jr. 3 soul hearts, a couple of fire rate increase. And where's he going back to? Gonna go grab, or he's gonna go use up the Yum Heart that he's got, and I think maybe taking that D6 back with him. Nope, never mind, moving on over here. I forgot he had the other Eternal Heart. Derp. Alright, so Rob's still working on the Mask of Infamy over on the right side. Damn, this thing takes a while. Any day now. He's doing a lot of good damage to it, though. Anyways, Vendryth taking that half a white heart on down to the next floor. That Eternal Heart turns into 1 full red heart container for him. So he's now up to 5 full red hearts, just like Rob is. And again, on the floor previous to Rob at the moment. Rob did get a very quick Depths 1 floor, but you never know. Vendryth could get very lucky and just like that find his item room and then immediately find his boss fight again. So a little bit of damage up. Rob takes out the mask into a devil deal. Ooh, yeah, the pact. More damage up, fire rate increase. Wow, 2 soul hearts, and he's actually going to take Lord of the Pit for flying for 2 more hearts. Wow. Okay, then. I was not expecting the flying capability, but lots of damage up. He got 1 health off of the meat there as well. Okay, fair enough. So flying ability as well. You can't really turn it down. Don't misunderstand me, but I don't know. At this point, I would have passed up the fly. I would have kept my health. I value my health too much. But again, always going to come in handy. Don't have to worry about any type of blood or perhaps poison on the ground, for example. By the way, don't click the second one there. Click the first one that Haku did if that actually works. Ooh, speaking of boss fights, Rob immediately finding his again. Now that's going to play interesting. Rob's got no way to teleport back out of that mom's foot fight, so if he does go into the next room to his left here, he's going to be into his boss fight, try to kill that, and then onto his womb immediately. So there will be no item room on this floor if Rob does choose that direction. Excuse me. Alright, Hierophant card is 2 more soul hearts on Vendryth's side. Isaac's Fork, every couple of kills will wind up actually healing you for half a red heart. Alright, can we get a judgy please for Rob? He's got plenty of money for this. It's just a matter of actually finding something. Come on, judgy. Ooh, judgy, thank you. That treasure map. So that'll work out beautifully. As Rob goes to his next room. Ooh. That map layout. So again, you see the full-on map layout. You won't be able to tell exactly which room is which, but you get to make very educated guesses. So let's see. Rob's gonna try over here. He's looking for this item room still. It's a matter of where this is gonna hide at. There are a lot of places that this item room could be. That's a nasty map layout. So again, if you were to use the world card now at this point, he already sees the map, but that would actually show him which rooms are which at this point. Like the special rooms like the item room, the store, the boss fight, all things like that would show up for Rob. So we found our arcade, if nothing else. And again, Ven found his boss fight, gets a couple extra bombs out of the situation, and he'll be heading in to fight Pestilence, so that'll be his second cube of meat floating around. And we've seen that before tonight already. That'll be a Meat Boy actually head floating around, shooting damage out and blocking shots incoming on him. Alright, so the portable IB bag. Let's see, Rob's actually going to use that twice, grab a little bit of extra money. And get down into this blood challenge room. Ooh. Yeah, might as well. So he's going to do another trick here. This is one of the glitches we allow. And it's a little bit risky, which is why we allow it. But you can actually force spawn everything in a challenge room at the exact same time. And Rob did that by pausing right as the spawns were coming in. You hear all the extra spawns come in afterwards. You unpause, and they'll be there. So it's a matter of how many you allow to actually come into the room. Some racers only choose, like, if you get a three spawn room, they'll choose to do it twice. So on and so forth. Some do all of them at the same time. But it's a risk we allow the racers to take if they're willing to do so. And there you see Rob's going to try to take out 2 mini-bosses at once here. Kind of like being in a room in the chest, if nothing else. But well worth it for that super bandage. He gets a little bit of red health up and got himself some soul hearts in the process. Wow, the pact for Vendryth. So again, damage up, fire rate increase, 2 soul hearts out of that. That worked out very nicely. Once again, just walking into a random curse room can get you very, very nice items, and that's why you see the racers walking in there. So good builds going on both sides here. Vendryth only the 1 floor behind right now, and Rob just looking for his item room here on Depths 2. Yeah, the more stuff you get across the floor, especially like when Rob's room, like with the eyes dragging that blood all the way across the floor, you're gonna get a lot of slowdown and flash like that. It happens all the time. Like, even look at like when Cobalt Streak does his breaking the game runs and gets something like an entire room full of, you know, stuff that he's using his D20 on. When he hits his D20, watch the lag ball that it goes through. Hell, go back on my highlight of 88 bombs and watch how long it takes for that to actually get 88 bombs at once to explode on mine. Like, it basically just dropped like a rock. But that's Flash for you, it happens. Alright, so Rob finally finding that last item room. We got Vendryth coming across his boss fight. Still no item room on this floor, but again, we'll see what he chooses to do. He may actually be willing to pick up the time here. Ooh, and fire rate increase, so that was well worth it for Rob. So fire rate cap out on his side. He's going to lose a little bit of damage, but again, his fire rate will be that of pretty much an Uzi. So we'll see him onto his mom's heart fight, or mom's foot fight, I should say, momentarily, right after that lag ball passes. Welcome to Canadian Internet. Huzzah! Damn, that really froze for a minute. Good old Canadian Internet. Let me pause and get through this real fast. Do this the easy way. Oh, wow, it didn't. It's really just lagging balls. There we go. Alright, well, Spirit of the Night showing up for, let's see, the third time in the last 3 races now. So flying in Spectral Tears for Vendryth. So again, both sides flying now. Actually, Vendryth already had Spectral Tears, so that's kind of moot point for him. But the flying ability, again, for 2 hearts purchased on this one. So again, flying is apparently a very nice thing for both of our racers here tonight. So we're now both on the same floor. Rob's got himself the advantage of being on the mom's foot fight, the boss fight for this floor already. Excuse me. Yeah, I figured Log be a happy man. How many times will we see Spirit of the Night? Oh, wow. And Cancer for Vendryth now is a brand new trinket for him, so he'll hang on to that. That's going to double his fire rate. So that'll even overcap you. So let's say right now you're capped out like Rob is, and he were to pick it up, he would still get double the fire rate. That is a kind of really nice trinket, honestly. And speaking of boss fights, look at what Vendryth just found. We could be in the same room momentarily here. And we got Red Mom, or excuse me, Red Mom, good lord. Crumps tells color is good. Anyways, we got Blue Mom on the left-hand side, dear lord. Anyways, which is going to spawn nothing but expansion level enemies. So you see the mini greed head floating around behind, or jumping around, I should say, behind Vendryth. We got those jumping spiders. We got the BOILeR that he already killed. It'll have splitting spiders, the 2 mini versions of those splitting spiders, all sorts of nasty stuff. And there you see some more of them. We got a little bit of range up for Rob on the, on the right-hand side. Dyslexia 4 cure found. And let's see, Rob will be moving over to the left. Haha, see, left was an important thing for me to say. But Rob will be moving over to the left, trying to find something new here. And just looking for a boss fight at this point. So this almost becomes a boss rush for you. Excuse me. Yeah, there's going to be local co-op only. It's only going to be local. So that's going to get a little bit interesting with that. But I think opening day we may put that to the test if that's actually in there on opening day. Myself and Full Metal Gambit may have to put that to the test because he lives pretty close. So at least get to see what that's about, hopefully. I may bring him down in that run, but we'll see what happens. Are we going to do dual races that has to be local only? That means that the 2 people competing on the same team have to be in the same place. So yeah, if you want to fly our racers all to the same place at different places every week, feel free. But yeah, we ain't the legitimate NFL. I ain't got money like that. Nor do they, sadly, so that ain't going to be happening. Alright, so let's see. Where's this boss fight? I'm going to say the middle bottom part at this point is going to be Rob's boss fight. Vendryth going to try over to the left here. And again, this is all about finding the bosses at this point. So we are pretty well dead even. The only advantage being that Rob has got himself a little bit more movement speed. And again, now the advantage being that Vendryth has found himself his boss fight. There are no item rooms. There are no stores down here in the womb. You're just looking for that boss. You may find a library such... Excuse me, other such rooms like that. Sorry for the hiccups, I'm trying to get rid of those. Anyways, you may find other such rooms like that. But you're pretty well just looking for the boss fights. Speaking of which, we got Death on the left-hand side here for Vendryth, which he's already a good quarter of the way through. And doing a great job dodging those sights. Wow, I can speak. There's that boss fight for Rob, and he's going to get Blast Assist, a much easier enemy in my opinion. Minoko, how you doing, sis? Yeah, that Yum Heart for the win. Vendryth's holding on to a nice little heal there. If he does get hit, that's a full hit worth a heal for him. So, not a bad have. Let's see. Ooh, he's going to. Vendryth going to take the increased damage from 3-piece Meat Boy. So, there you go. People keep asking if people are going to take it, and there you have it. Vendryth for the second time this week. We're going to try to make a little bit more of a Meat Boy here. So, 3-piece Pachewy Chewy Chomp Meat Boy running around the room for Vendryth. A.K.A. Soccer Boy. I'm doing really good, Minoko. How about yourself? Excuse me again. Sorry about that. Alright, a little bit of health up for Robin. He's on down to the womb, too. So again, let's see that map. Alright, world card. And wow, lots of rooms for Rob to clear, but he knows exactly where he's going. So on over to the far right side of the map. Not the area I would have guessed, honestly, for the boss fight, but go figure. That's where it is. So good thing he had that world card. Rob knows exactly where he's heading. Vendryth with a random teleport with that stars card may consider that if he gets into a dead end room, so he's going to hold on to that for a minute. Craving some sweet chocolate. That's always my fallback. I may pay for it later in the form of having like all sorts of pimples on my nose, which I actually have one right now, which is driving me effing crazy. But, ooh, speaking of that, look at this. Vendryth found himself his boss fight. Sorry, I'll finish that thought later. Anyway, so moving on, after a death, may have himself a comeback here. Vendryth looking to finish off Mom's Heart. Rob's got himself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rooms to clear after this. And one more enemy in this room. So flying all along, make that 4 more rooms. That's a clear one. Make that 3. Make that 2. Wow, are you kidding me, game? All right, make that 1 more room to clear here. Rob's just going to get this thing killed. Not worry about the bombs. Wow, really? All right, we got us a race, boys. Wow. So Rob's in the same room right now. We got just about a little more damage done on Vendryth's side again. He is running down low on bombs. Only 3 more left after this one, but at the 50% mark already. Let's see, we got a judgment card. Not exactly what Rob was hoping to pick up there. And again, he's only got 2 bombs himself, so Vend in pretty good shape at the moment. Is out of bombs, but has got Mom's Heart out the rest of the time. And there you see just 1 bomb left. Rob actually missed with that one, so that may be it right there. A little bit too little too late, but wow. Those empty rooms on the way in for Rob. That one made it really freaking close. But again, nothing you can really do about that one. Vendryth, you're 1-0 leader at the moment. A very nicely done job again on both sides there. Vendryth with the literally comeback victory, guys. So again, death on Vendryth's side. 2 deaths actually on Vendryth's side, and he still won. So never count anybody out, guys. That's your proof right there. 1-0 lead for Vendryth because the man never gave up. And again, great job by Rob. He's not giving up either. He's probably going to finish off this mom fight, most likely. But we're going to get both racers reset. Give us about 2 minutes. And there you see the resets incoming. Either way, we'll get both racers reset. We'll do that behind the scenes a little bit here, but I'll run a couple minutes of ads. We'll be right back on the other side. And we'll get you the link into both racers' chats. Tell them both great job. Tell Vendryth great job. Give Rob a round of applause and tell him good luck for the next race. We'll be right back for round number 2. Bad spaz bot. 1 second. Hold on. Somebody got hit that shouldn't have. Hold on. Let me unban somebody real quick, and I swear we'll get round number 2 underway in 1 second. Dear. Oops, shoot. Spelled her name wrong. There we go. Hopefully that got you back. That shouldn't have banned you, Rioteer. That's really weird. I don't know how the hell it did that, but whatever. You should be back. But yeah, especially when we have it on the bot already. Yeah, exactly what Otaku said, because yeah, that's exactly what happened there. So anyways, we're back. We got round number 2 just about to get started. So Vend will be back in just a second. He's up stretching his legs, as you can see. So I wasn't too worried about flipping back over. But yep, always a good, yeah, how do you want to phrase this? Yeah, we'll call it good manners, I guess. Whenever you go into a room, basically ask A, if it's okay to link anything in the first place. B, I'd probably say hi, because that's just good graces. Rob. How droll. Oh, Batsy. Friggin' love the animated Batman. I seriously love that series was so good. Does a nail deal damage when used? It doesn't deal damage, it increases your damage output, so your tiers get more damage on them. Hey, what's up, King? How you doing? Damage to you? No, it doesn't. It increases your health by 1 soul heart. So the exact opposite, actually. Alright, looks like Ven's back as the words have disappeared off the stream. Hey, what's up, DC? Thank you very much, man. Thank you. So, we'll get round number 2 underway momentarily, as both seem to have this starting room that they both want to have here. We'll see Ven walk into the center. I was going to say, not the door, the center. He'll figure it out. There you go. He was making sure he was in the exact center, apparently. Anyway, so we'll get this started momentarily. They're both on call. Let me get you the split link into both of their channels. Again, we had a great race in the first round. We got Vendryth leading 1-0 right now. And we're going to race on through the Womb 2 once again. First to kill off Mom's Heart, we'll add 1 point to the bottom of the screen. And like you see right here, we'll reset them both right after that. So Rob going to look to even this up in 1 apiece. Vendryth looking for a 2-0 win on the evening. So whenever they're ready, they're going to take off. And just like that, they have. And just like that, we see the toothpicks on the left side turning into the game kit. You get to reroll what are on the banned list. Vendryth might have thought about it for a brief second, but said, yeah, we don't want those toothpicks. So let's see those no TPs. Now, the trick to those toothpicks, they really actually only give you 17 or 16% shot speed increase, which really is not that good. So we let the racers re-roll that because, like I said, not that great of an item. Then getting nothing out of that Demon Judgy, so Demon Judgy, meh. We also got Chocolate Milk for RobSnowlock, which I'm actually surprised he took. Then again, he may be using a controller now that I think about it. So that may be why he actually uses this and doesn't have too much of an issue with it. But as you can see, you can either make your own shot speed by actually just spamming your shot button, like literally just... Like that would be Rob right now if he were on a keyboard. I think he's on a gamepad though. Either way, a little bit of range up for him as well. Or you can charge your shots with Chocolate Milk, which we'll see probably in between each room, like right there. You can see Rob's cheeks getting bigger. So we got Pink Widow, the jumping little bastard. That thing has got a lot of speed on it, and I do mean a lot of speed on it. Oh, and a cheap shot there. Ouch. Vendryth down. Wow, that was almost a homing Ipecac shot against him. That was painful. So Vendryth down again, though we saw what happened last time. Vendryth died twice and proceeded to win. So maybe he's just going for the 2-death reset thing. I'm calling it now. Vendryth is going for the reset thing, thinking that he's got... Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's Widow. I'm telling you, Widow is just evil this week. I'm telling you. Exactly. Exactly, Catastrophic. Exactly, Lethal Pony. Exactly the case. Like, really, just Widow. Really? What more do you need to say? So let's see, Ven gonna go in for those 11 cents on the side. Can't really blame him. That dime is such a sweet sound when you pick it up. First things first, let's check out the curse room. At least you get the hard pack that you spent going in. Yeah, week 9, Widow week. Alright, Mr. Boom. Possible replacement, indeed it will be, of the D6, so a space use bomb item with really good damage output on it. We'll probably see Vendryth utilize this against the boss, should there be anything worthy of bombing here. And speaking of worthy things, we got my little unicorn once again, so the unicorn horn atop RobSnowlock's head. Wow, speaking of that good damage, how about we one-hit the Duke of Flies? Case in point. Pretty good item, Mr. Boom, right? Anyways, Rob's got himself that unicorn horn. Again, 7 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing with that. You have to move around to do damage. You can't just stand still, though. Unless something moves into you. Let me rephrase that. On that note, we got Super Bandage again. A little bit of health up on, well, a lot of health up on Vendryth's side. That's one of the nicer health up items. So more soul hearts here. One more bomb. So we finally got a bomb for Vendryth to actually use it as well. Oh, green bloat. Also not been a bro this week. Alright, just like that, you can see Rob moving around, actually going to kind of wiggle his way to all the damage on Steven. He's going to pick up Little Steven, the follower with those purple homing tears. Pretty base damage on those, but again, the homing capability is quite nice. And he'll be the first on to his Caves 1. Okay, that's kind of funny. I just realized how bad the tiny face looks on the blacked out chrome background. Ouch. Alright, so moving on along, there's that item room for Vendryth. I was going to say it had to be soon. Speaking of bomb items, that would have been a one-time use of Epic Fetus there with the Doctor's remote, but Vend will leave that behind, say no thanks, and move right back on down towards this boss fight. I didn't say I hate it on it, I said it looks bad in the darkened chat add-on, because you see the entirety of it, so it's a gigantic box face that's bigger than my cat's face in that emote. So it's not really so tiny, per se. Which is kind of the exact, like, opposite of what it should be. It's kind of hilarious. No, I love Foom. I got nothing but love for Foom. I'll do slash... Well, don't do that. That'd probably be a bad idea. You'll see a gigantic listing of moderators in here, but he's one of them, so there's your proof. No, Haku's allowed to speak gibberish, that's fine. Anyways, a little bit of damage up and health up for, wow, for Vendryth, and a heck of a devil deal. The Mark and Brimstone. The Mark on the left, Brimstone's on the right. I would possibly take both, and indeed he's going to. So Brimstone, a huge shot changer. The Mark gonna up his damage and give him another soul heart in place of one of the red hearts he just spent, but you'll see here with the charge that Vendryth will put up. Wait for it, he's trying to line, there you go. That full room clearing shot, anything that gets in line, pretty much gonna die. That's quite nice. Again, down pretty low on health in the process, but still, I was gonna say, but still in a better position than Rob was, as Rob gets in a terrible corner right there and got trolled to death again. So Rob back to the beginning here, and now Vendryth with a huge lead and a nice build brewing at the moment, too. And immediately finding his item room here for Caves 1, so interesting change of events momentarily there. Alright, little Chad for Vendryth on the left side. Every couple of rooms that'll spawn half a red heart for him that he clears. Rob wants some money. Wow. He's also got Guppy's Paw right now, does Rob. That every red heart container, that can be empty, mind you. But every red heart container can be turned into 3 blue soul hearts at his will. Yeah, useful 2 of hearts right there. Oh, you can double, it's a half a heart heal. That's something, right? Totally. Not really. It's really not that great. It's honestly a bit of a joke of an item to have at this point, but it's better than the nothing that he has. At least it's a half a heart heal if he gets down to half a red heart. 2 of hearts, by the way, doubles up the amount of red hearts that are filling your red heart containers, up to a certain extent, but Vend only has the 1, so hence why it's a bit of a troll of an item. Alright, so Pin just about dead on the right side for Rob. We got, we got Gertie showing up on the left side here for Vendryth, and nice dodge there on his part. He's a little bit worried about that fly behind him. I may try to actually just take that thing out, because it's going to get to be a bit of a pain in the butt. There we go. By the way, totally forgot to mention the crown on Rob's side. Gave him a little bit of money increase. He's up to 11 cents. Spoonbender again, perma purple shot, so Diana's going to be doubly happy on this floor. The crown and purple tears. Where's Diana? Somebody page Diana. It's her floor for Rob. Anyways, homing shots on every one of Rob's shots from here on out. Oh, so many great chests, no bombs to get into him for Rob. That's the game just trolling again at that point. Alright, a little bit of health up there. Now that 2 of Hearts doesn't seem like such a troll item. So now 2 full red heart containers for Vendryth, and he's onto the caves too. In this case, Catacombs, the expansion version of the floor. And we got Gluttony on the right-hand side. Just about dead for Rob. Possible health up, or just those red hearts spawning. Nothing too lucky there. Alright, Mom's Eye pickup, so quote-unquote tier rate increase. Not 100% sure that it does, but if that is the case, that actually helped Vendryth by giving him a Brimstone charge time decrease. And again, that will also randomly, when he lets go, fire out a tear out of the back of his head. Although really randomly, and that's going to be very few and far between. Excuse me. Alright, so there's Rob's item room and boss fight. Like I said, basements are all, well, not always. If you get a Curse of the, what is a Curse of the Lost, it'll add on quite a few rooms. But usually pretty darn small floors for you, so not too hard to play some catch-up on. I was going to say, kind of surprised Ven doesn't want that, especially with only 1 key, but there you go. Rusted key is about 10% more chance of getting key spawns at the end of rooms and out of chests. And there's that boss fight for Ven, so again, the end of his cave's coming up real shortly here. Just going to worry about getting rid of all these spiders if he can. Nice dodging. And we get to say hey once more to, excuse me, on the right side to Famine. Sorry about that, I keep getting hiccups here. Either way, like I said, Famine nice enough to welcome us, so let's all say to him. And speaking of other horsemen, we got Pestilence on the left-hand side, so both are going to wind up with a cube of meat here. Both getting their first of this run, so shot blocking orbital for both. What's up, Glowfish? How you doing? Ooh, another devil deal here for Vendryth. He's going to pass on both items. Really? He's actually going to pass on the cube of meat orbital. Okay. I'm actually kind of mystified by that. I wonder if he remembered that he didn't pick that up or not. Either way, no orbital for Vendryth. Wow. Yeah, not only no common cold, but no cube of meat either. So think about that one. Saved him a little bit of time, and again, he's already got a huge advantage here, but maybe he didn't want it. I think he just forgot it, most likely, but you never know. You just never know. Yeah, Dead Bird, that one I'd probably pass almost every single time. It's really, really stupid. It can actually get you in a lot of trouble later on in the game, but this early on you're fine, and where we go it's fine. But at the same point, it's really stupid. It does not ever seem to go towards the enemies that you want it to actually hit. But yeah, probably just race mentality of just, screw it, moving on. It may not even matter, quite honestly. That one orbital doesn't always block enough shots, but it may be a little damage output as well, so it's kind of surprising. Either way, probably race mentality and just a mess up, most likely. Either way, falling about over halfway dead here, just about done for Vendryth. He's going to keep both of these two lined up, hopefully. Just like that. Oh boy, there's one bomb nicely placed. That'll finish it off. And Devil Deal item for Vendryth, again, going to be huge health up for him. Guppy's Paw, just like you see on Rob's side, going to wind up replacing those, well, at the moment, 2 heart containers with what would be 6 blue hearts for him. So he's going to hang on to that for quite a while, but nice find. Ooh, getting trapped in there, had no choice but to take some damage. Yeah, that double Guppy's Paw. Mind you, speaking of double stuff, oh, Envy, why? Why do you split into the blue Envy head that's going to split into 3 heads? I hate you. That's going to be a lot of extra time on Rob's side, so that does suck. One of the absolute worst mini-bosses that you could get. Yeah, we're usually around about the 20 to 25 minute mark. You're looking pretty good for yourself against most of the racers here this season. Now, there's been a few, like, yeah, you go up against Slack and he gets one of his good, like, oh dear god, he got the knife, and then, like, every teleport you could possibly ask for, just barely sub 10 minute run, good luck. but usually somewhere in the range of about 20 to 25 minutes, you're going to be pretty good for yourself. And again, there's exceptions, but we'll go with about 20 seems pretty well right. No, fastest run so far is 9 minutes 58 seconds last week. Slack versus Wolf 21. And then in practice, Casper got himself a 7-minute and 58-second run. So we've had some really ridiculously fast ones. Tornus has beaten Slack's run in practice as well at 9 minutes and 7 seconds. So yeah, all sorts of good competitors out there this year. It's pretty nuts. All right, can we get a judgy please for Vendryth as he's spending just a bit of money, hoping that... Oh, really? Well, it's better than nothing. At least we get something. But the ladder here for Vendryth will get him over 1 spot openings and immediately onto his boss fight again. So right as I was about to say, Rob on the right side has also come across his boss fight. So does Vendryth here in the depths too. Excuse me, in the depths too. So that will be Mom's Foot. Not bad. Sub 14 minutes to get to Mom's Foot. I'd take that any day of the week, honestly. I'd be very happy with that time. And again, keep in mind, that's with a death that we're at Mom's Foot here. So, yeah. I made that joke earlier. I wasn't being serious, but apparently Vendryth's found himself a good method here. Vendryth is representing the San Diego Chargers, and Rob is representing the Washington Redskins. If you guys check out BOILeR.org, you can kind of relate everything. The easy way to match it up, check out BOILeR.org, and then go to ESPN.com, or like go to the football section of it and go to the standings. May make a lot more sense that way, because you're going to be able to be like, all right, SD, San Diego's in that division. Ah, okay, KC, Kansas City, okay, that makes more sense. So on and so forth. That'll make a lot more sense that way, most likely. And they're all kind of based off of almost the same team colors to kind of make it a little more like, okay, I can relate to who it is if you are a football fan. But you'll get the general gist, I think, off of that. Yeah, homing my reflection. That's an interesting combo. Let's see how that plays out. I'm a little bit curious about this. And so far, so good, but wow, that's really an interesting combination of shots right there. That could really play nicely with Cole, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so Ven going through pretty much all of his red heart heals here. Again, keep in mind he's holding on to Guppy's paw still, so again, now that's his 3rd red heart container. He's sitting on basically 9 blue hearts. And he's going to use them all because now holding onto the Polaroid means anytime Vendryth gets hit, he gets a 5-second damage shield for being under 1 full red heart when he does get hit. So because, same theory, if you're the blue baby and you get the Polaroid on floor 1, you have a lot of damage shield incoming just like that. So 5 seconds of invincibility here for Vendryth. Absolutely kind of crazy. And there you have it. That'll get you into both Vendryth and RobSnowlock's chat. That cadguard.net link is, it's a really smooth, well, I don't remember if you can put more than 1 on there, or more than 2 on there, I should say. But it's a really, really smooth double link, as far as I'm concerned. I think that looks really, really nice, so we always tend to use that here. Alright, so Rob looking at his item room can also see where his boss fight is. Dat compass. Ew, forgive me now, Pill. No thanks. I would have reset the entire floor that Rob was on along with, and speaking of, screw it, might as well just reset the whole thing. He wasn't getting the best of items, so Rob says screw it and back to the start there. And yeah, Rob did die. Yes, he did. Excuse me. And there you see that really useless red heart spawning. How about that? Vendryth finding himself almost an immediate way on over towards this boss fight here in Wound 1. Spent about 2 extra rooms, but pretty close to accurate. Yeah, forget this entire run now. How about that, Pill? It's not a long race at all. Vendryth is 1 floor away from finishing it, and we're sub 20 minutes. Again, guys, if you want to bitch about the length of races, grow some balls and sign up next year. By the way, if you really think that you're going to be faster than Vendryth with a death, go ahead, sign up. Because I'll tell you right now, this run that Vendryth's on actually would have beat one of Cobalt's runs earlier at the moment. He would have been way ahead of where Cobalt was at. And now with flying a little bit of extra speed, nothing else he can do with Guppy's paw, so Vendryth's actually going to check that devil deal. Nothing he can do in there. But yeah, believe me, this is nowhere near a long race. This is actually one of the quicker ones. Like, Vend would have been beating Cobalt Streak right now with this race. Exactly, Cobalt had a just barely, I think it was just shy of 30 minutes on his win earlier. It was like 29 and change or something. So yeah, this one's really not taking too long in any way, shape, or form. And with a death on there too, Vendryth's really, really doing good for himself. And that same thing happened in the other run too. Alright, so one more boss fight to find here for Vendryth. He is just looking for Mom's heart at this point. Again, back on the first floor, just about done with the Widow. Rob standing in the middle of the room. There you see Widow dying, just waiting on the rest of the spawns. Date night's next week. You'll get the schedule up at the end of this week, but the date night take 2 is this upcoming week here between Morag and Diana. Wow, how about that? 3 champion mobs in the same room. On the basement too, might I add. So a red, a blue, and a green. Nothing too different about any of them. They're all going to spawn one item for Rob as soon as he gets done killing them, though. And again, all the big change about them, they shoot a lot bigger, and they do a lot more damage. They double up the damage they'll do to you. So you have to be real careful with those. Date night's a pun on last year. The longest race of last year was Princess Diana versus Morag, and we called it date night because it took so long to get through the race itself. And they actually got rematched this year. It was a complete random occurrence, but they got rematched. So again, they noticed that and like, oh my god, it's date night number 2. And now we keep making the joke that I can't rematch them next year because that's the 3rd date, and I can't show that on Twitch. So, you know, we got that working against us. So, and it was on Valentine's Day last year, so, you know, I mean, you know. Like the what? No, you can. But Tish. Ooh, interesting choice for Vendryth now. No, he's gonna say no thanks. We were talking about this earlier. So a teleport into a devil deal in the Womb 2 gives you an instant way down to Shale if you want it. Now Vendryth's cleared out enough rooms on this floor. He's actually just gonna go through and kill Mom's heart. Or at least try to at this point. But you get the idea. You could actually go down to Shale if you wanted to. In the first race ever in BOILeR, Magic D250 got himself accidentally well, we claim it's accidental, but he got himself accidentally teleported into an I Am Error room on the Womb 2, which gave him no way back out. And he was stuck in there with only a way down to Shale, so we decided that if you get a mom kill on your account in any fashion, that actually counts as your win. So you can either kill Mom's heart or Satan, and it'll work out just the same for you. It's a matter of if you want to go through Shale at that point. Now, Magic screwed himself into having to do it, and he still won the race. But therein lied the difference. Vend had the choice. If he wanted to, he could. Let's see, where's he going to go? A little bit of gambling first, most likely? Oh, he's going to blow it up. I'll be damned. I figured he'd actually gamble. So nothing good. That would be a safety cap, more chance of pill spawns, but a little bit too late for that as Vend does not want to clear rooms here. What else do you got on that map? Anything? Nothing. Alright, on into Mom's heart, so looking for a 2-0 victory here. Vendryth, the man of the comeback, if you will. Wow, let's see those no toothpicks again as Rob comes across him now. So he gets to reroll him, gets a really nice item in Little Chubby. And you'll see this will fire out in a direct line just like that, chomping through about 25% of a boss's health, so he's very useful. But again, will it be too little too late? 3 soul hearts here for Vendryth. Every time he gets hit, he's going to get 5 seconds of invincibility shield around him, keep in mind. So it's all about keeping from being hit, or if he does, he can just faceplant and do a bunch of damage. Very well could be, Tara. Very well could be. Do you want Tara or Tara, by the way? I should probably ask that question. Because I know people with both pronunciations, so by all means let me know. I don't want to pronounce that wrong. It just occurred to me that I probably should have asked. Yeah, there you go. If it's a 2-0 win, it's a speed date. Oh my god, that's perfect. Thank you. I'm stealing that, by the way, for next week. I'm so stealing that. Second one. Ah, shoot. Okay, I'm just going to ask it this way. Was it Tara? Shoot. I don't remember which one I said secondly, so was it Tara? Yes or no on that one, and then we'll go from there. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Anyways, 50% mark here for Vendryth on the left side. And again, doing a very nice job evading everything at this point. Yeah, the T is pronounced. Damn shovels. Cool. So down to 25% health here for Vendryth. A little bit more to go. As you can see, Mom's Heart's actually going to do some damage for him, and he's letting her take out all those flies. That's a great method that he was using right there. It's kind of random, but great method by Vendryth. So he got rid of a lot of extra enemy spawns there, with Mom's Heart actually doing all the damage for him. And just a couple more swings left to go with this Brimstone here, and he might have himself a 2-0 victory. Keeps that Globbin just out of his way. Perfect timing on the song. The end. The perfect timing on that one. Gotta love how that one worked. And no, I did not set that up, I swear to God. Either way, 2-0 victory there for Vendryth. So your San Diego Chargers move even further into the lead in their division. So very nicely.